I think it's a really beautiful thing that, I've gotten this far in my career, and I still feel like every time we record that I'm discovering some new avenue or some new hallway or some new area musically that we just haven't been before. There's usually one or two songs, at least one or two songs that we'll do on any given Baroness record that have this familiar sense of rhythm or tone or texture or energy. This just didn't. It always felt like we were somewhere vaguely familiar, but in very new territory. I experienced this profound sense of genuine excitement, like childlike excitement when we've written a song and finished it and we can listen to it, because it's always kind of surprising to me that we made that and it didn't exist before. The notes existed before, maybe the words existed before, but the sum total of that is just a new thing, and I'm forever. I hope I never lose that. I hope that every creative thing that I do has some element of newness to it.
I don't think we set out to do like one specific thing or have like one sound or like thing in mind. Everybody just kind of let everyone explore the weird and uncomfortable. It's definitely like, yeah, more outside of my comfort zone, but I don't know, I'm kind of like into that. I'm like into embracing that.
There was a lot of composing in the studio, which we did not do that much of on Purple. On Purple, it was some adjustments. We were actually writing some things from the ground up on Gold and Gray.
There's a center, and things just like oscillate around that center, And I think that center is obviously John.
Every time we finished anything, it just felt like we were turning another corner. A day later, we finished something else, just turning another corner. Never walking on the same path twice. I think that was a distinct goal for the record. And for me as a musician, I think one of the greatest ambitions that I have is that we stumble into some kind of musical territory that hasn't really been exhausted yet.
So it's back into the fire again. You give me love, but I am high above the ground. No, you didn't miss a word. You know exactly what I said.
This record is cool and special because it is very much like for unique musical personalities and for very unique people in general. And I think everyone's voice is like really apparent on this record as an individual and as four of us as a unit or as like a family. But at the same time, it still sounds like Baroness.
It's awesome to have given ourselves to that idea of discovery so fully that there's the record and the songs themselves sound mysterious to me, and I kind of know what's happening in them. I listen to them and I'm like, I am absolutely lost. I do not know what I'm listening to. That's a good thing. That's the proudest thing I could say, maybe.
I'd do anything. That is that is like the start of the valley of the record, you know. Side B of the record starts with Throw Me an Anchor and then goes immediately off track into this morose valley of like, you know, which John and Gina are really, really great at.
Initially, you know, Gina had written like a melody and some lyrics to that, and it was like this real gentle song. It's like mostly guitar and vocals, and we wrote what's it called? Broken Halo is basically that song. Just that was the way it was initially supposed to sound only, but I kind of always had a soft spot for the gentler versions.
I just have this cool memory of like being on one side of the studio in like the A room and John being down the hall in the B room and us like singing together, and like I think either he or I or both of us were playing acoustic guitar and singing and just like harmonizing together, but in like opposite rooms. I thought that was pretty cool. I think we could kind of see each other through like the glass.
Hopefully the song that I'll be able to go backstage for during the live set and get some refreshments